Well, does the Conjuring Last Rites breathe new life into the franchise? Or is it dead on arrival? Up next at Mark at the Movies. Well, I had the opportunity this afternoon to see The Conjuring Last Rites, which is the fourth installment of the regular Conjuring series, not including some of the spin offs like Annabelle or The Nun. And I will be honest and say this was not a great film. It really aligns under the category of just because you should do something doesn't mean that you should. And I will say that I'm a fan of the Conjuring series. First two in particular, very, very good, very scary. And even this third one, The Devil Made Me Do It, that came out a few years ago, even though it was by far the weakest one, it had its moments. And it's a few things has become clear about the Conjuring series. Number one is that it thrived the most under the direction and the creativity of director and writer James Wan, and it stands and falls by the outstanding and subtle and gentle performances by the stars Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga. Well, if you remove most of all three of those, what do you have left? Well, you have a movie that suffers from a few of the worst things that a horror movie can suffer from. It's not scary. And it suffers greatly from spectacularly poor pacing and horrific editing. There were long stretch. This is a longer horror film. This is without credits. It's about 2 hours and 7 minutes long. This should have been an hour and 45 minutes. There are long stretches of this film that have tracking shots of people eating, of people walking, of houses, looking at houses, of people sitting and sighing. And I'm guessing that the director and the editors wanted this for tone, but it didn't work. It just really made the film, well, boring. And not only boring, but even worse is that they telegraphed to the upteenth degree all of the scares up until the last 10 minutes of the movie or so, which made it boring and not scary and frustrating as all heck. Look, Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga give it their all in this, but the introduction of new characters, of their older daughter trying to weave in a narrative of kind of a little prequel in the beginning, and then weaving it as their last, also demonic possession, getting rid of all of the demons in the house type of thing. So you introduce Mia Tomlinson, who plays their daughter Judy, and then her boyfriend and fiance Ben Hardy, who plays the character Tony. Well, you have to give them screen time, introduce them, and give them enough for us to care about. Problem with that is 60 or 75%, 60 to 70% of the movie is kind of devoted to a great deal of that. So the best part of the film, Vera Farmiga and Patrick Wilson, the Warrens, the whole reason you go see the movie for the Warrens and the scares and the demonic possessions and the Jesus and get out of there. They're really relegated to the sidelines for a long stretch of this film. And the stakes are not high. You kind of go into it and it's a lot of the same thing. Ed has his heart problems. Vera Farmiga, or her character Lorraine, she's really the one that has the talent in this whole exorcism type of thing. So she's having visions. It's cast down upon her daughter. And, well, the whole thing just really didn't come together. And a side note, this Ben Hardy, I don't know if it was direction or his character Tony, didn't work. He gave some line readings and some of his mannerisms just didn't mesh with the rest of the cast. So really, so when you got to what was supposed to be the most horrific and terrifying part of the whole thing, the last 10, 15 minutes, it just came down to kind of a, well, kind of a yawn fest. It wasn't scary, the stakes weren't high enough. And to bill this as, oh, the Warrens' last case, this is why they quit. Ultimately, the reality here is that there wasn't anything scary or massive or over the top that really even solicited or elicited a movie. There's nothing bigger here. If you're going to go the fourth exorcism, you got to go all the way. I don't care if it's a real life story or not and you're basing it on that. You got to make a good movie. And this was not a good movie. So, as much as I hate to say it, I'm going to give this 2.5 stars. It's probably a movie that you can throw on streaming late at night and do some chores while you're watching it because honestly, the last 10 minutes are the only thing that's kind of good about this film. So, how about you? Did you see all the Conjuring films? Do you like them? Are you looking forward to seeing this? Did you see this? What did you think about it? And thanks for getting all the way to the end of the video. If you have and you liked what I have to say, like and subscribe. Join the conversation. Let's talk about movies at Mark at the Movies.